Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
Batting third, designated hitter, number 9, Kotaro Wakui. Batting fourth, left fielder, number 2, Zach Makarewicz. Batting fifth, playing in the catcher, number 22, Rusty Wortman. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 33, Nolan McCrossan. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 23, Keaton Fisher. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 7, Jose Mendoza. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 3, Chris Clark. The starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, number 11, John Dolich. And now the starting lineup for your Washita Tigers, led by head coach Luke Howard. Leading off, playing left field, number 9, Ashton Ibarra. Batting second, the shortstop, number 4, Reese McWilliams. Batting third, playing center field, number 7, Jaron Cesar. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 39, Garrett Graham. Batting fifth and catching, number 16, Joseph Bolin. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 3, Cole Bedwell. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 19, Presley Nichols. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 24, Cade Bowman. Batting ninth, playing third base, number 14, Reagan Yeager. The starting pitcher for your Washita Tigers is number 12, Chase Oberly. Fans, at this time, we invite you to please rise, if you are able, as we pause to honor America and those who serve it with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to Rab Rogers Field here on the campus of Washita Baptist University. Appreciate Sports Information Director Brian Ramsey getting us started off this afternoon. You heard the starting lineups for the visiting Southwestern Oklahoma State University Bulldogs and the Washita Tigers. We'll take a look here at the Domino's game preview. And you see there both teams. Obviously, this is a GAC weekend series. And so we will get a look at that here in just a second. Switching over to the GAC baseball standings. That white line is what you want to be above when you move into the postseason. Teams above that line get into the tournament. Teams below that line miss out on the tournament. And you can see from 5th to where Ouachita is tied for the 8th spot, there's only a couple games that separate that. Obviously, Southeastern at 13 and 11 sit at that 5th spot. The top 4 really have kind of separated themselves. Monticello, Tech, Southern Arkansas, and Harding. And then from Henderson State all the way down to Ouachita is really a tight bunch. And looking at the records there, you see how tight it is. Southwestern 19 and 29 and 15 within the Great American Conference. Ouachita 18 and 19, 11 and 13 within the Great American Conference. Ouachita coming off a series loss against UAM last weekend and a midweek loss to the Reddies here at Rab Rogers Field. Looking around the GAC, a lot of action, a lot of doubleheader action. You see Oklahoma Baptist and Harding doubleheader today there in Searcy. First pitch slated for 3 p.m. on that one. Across the street, Northwestern is visiting here in Arkadelphia as they have a 3-6 doubleheader today also. And then the rest of the series, one game this afternoon, unless you're up in Russellville. Then the first pitch at 6 there in Russellville. We're going to get things started as Chase Oberly, the preseason All-American Tiger pitcher, will have the bump here for the Tigers. Oberly came on in Game 1 against the Boll Weevils last weekend, got that win, the only win of the weekend for the Tigers. Oberly will face the Bulldog leadoff John Spoto. Spoto, the right fielder, will have time called. Trying to figure out the communication on the wrist of Oberly. Ouachita pitching staff comes in ranked 2nd in the GAC and ERA behind Harding at 4.82. First pitch high and outside at a sunny 12:02 p.m. Beautiful day for baseball. Warm but not blazing hot. Grass is green. Beautiful day here at the Rab. Oberly, a graduate student from Justin, Texas, went to Decatur High School, was previously at Howard College. Spent 1 year there at Howard, did not play. This is his 3rd season at Ouachita. Oberly trying to get that high and corner pitch going, but lost control of those first 2 ones as the count is 2-1 here. That one's barreled up into right field for the first hit of the game, as Spoto singles into right field. The Bulldogs in the navy blue and baby blue uniforms. Interesting. I like the letters on them. It's an interesting dynamic of colors there. See Oberly's stats there, 40 1/3 innings pitched for him, 32 strikeouts, less than 10 walks in that 40 innings for him. 2-hole hitter steps in, Landon Meyer. That one is hit. Fielded by the 3rd baseman, Reagan Yeager, and he will flip it over to 2nd for the out. Thought maybe he could roll a double play there. Had a little bit of trouble fielding the ball. Gets it over to get the lead runner out. 3-hole hitter Kotara Wakoi will step in. Native of Japan, as he will take that one for strike 1. Oberly, a very successful Ouachita pitcher, was named a preseason All-American by D2 Baseball in 2025, made the All-GAC first team as a pitcher. Had a couple GAC Pitcher of the Week awards, as that one is going to be barreled up, but Cole Bedwell is there at his second base position. Over to Garrett Graham, who's playing first today. 2 down for the Tigers. Graham usually a designated hitter. Coach Howard went with a little bit of different positions today, and you'll also see that within the batting lineup in the bottom of the first inning. Zach McCarich will step in. McCarich, the left fielder, junior, batting .310. Big swing in, a miss there. Oberle had 3 games with at least 10 strikeouts and had a complete strikeout count of 97 last year, which ranked 3rd in Ouachita history for a single season. Oberle got GAC Pitcher of the Week earlier this year. He will deliver the 2-1 there to the 4-hole hitter as it's high. Oberle trying to change the eye slot there. Got the chase down in the zone, went high there. Runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs, as that one's going to be fouled off the top of McCarwich's bat. Rusty Wortman on deck for Southwestern. Full count here, 2 outs, top of the first. Gets that one up the middle. Over there to first. McWilliams to Graham. Will end the top of the first inning. Bulldogs leave 1 stranded. We are headed to the bottom of the second right after this commercial break.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Back at Rab Rogers Field here in Arkadelphia. I said we're going to the bottom of the second before break. That was wrong. We are here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 hit for Southwestern in the top of the first. Single into right field. But now the Ouachita Bats come up, and they will face Josh Dolich, the 6'5", 210 senior from Spring, Texas. Was previously at Pratt Community College. This is his second year in Weatherford. Last outing was against Southeastern, pitched 7 2/3, only allowing 4 hits and 2 earned runs. 6 strikeouts in that game, faced 30 batters. So definitely can give the Bulldogs some longevity on the bump today. But he will have to deal with the Tiger lineup. Leading off that Tiger lineup today is the freshman from South Lake Carroll, Texas. The former Dragon, now Tiger, Ashton Ibarra. Ibarra playing left field today. Ibarra offers some speed and power in this leadoff spot as he swings at the first pitch. He said, I like that one, so I'll take it right back up the middle. And Ibarra is on base for the Tigers. As you see, up to the plate now is Reese McWilliams, the shortstop, has bumped up into that 2-hole. I mentioned the fielding changes from Coach Luke Howard in the top half of the first, and you look at the bottom half here with the bats, Reese McWilliams in the second spot, product of Little Rock, Arkansas. Williams will look at that one. Ibarra, a pretty big lead over there at first. Does have 3 stolen bases on the year. Williams comes into this one batting .289. Dolich has quite a few innings for Southwestern as he will put McWilliams down on strikes for the first strikeout of the afternoon for Josh Dolich.
Now batting center fielder, Jaron Caesar.
Jaron Caesar steps in, the speedy outfielder, Fort Worth, Texas native. Ibarra still stands at first base. Caesar will take that one as we have time called. That one went to the stomach of the umpire. One had some power coming off the bat of Jaron Caesar.
Now batting first baseman, Garrett Graham.
Garrett Graham will step in. Graham usually the designated hitter for Ouachita, but will be playing first base today. Batting in the 4 spot, batting .296 on the year. 2 runners on base here for Ouachita. First runner in scoring position for the Tigers. Wild pitch there, and the runners will advance 90 feet. Dolich trying to go low and away there. Just misses a little bit and hits off that turf at home plate. Home plate turf here at Rab Rogers, and infield and outfield are grass. They do rule that in the stats as Jaron Caesar single to second base, as that one has popped up in to shallow center field, and it's going to get down into no man's land, and a run will score as Ashton Ibarra crosses home plate. So an RBI single there for Garrett Graham, and that will start the scoring for the Tigers today.
Joseph Boland.
Joseph Boland steps in. Caesar advances to third base on that hit from Garrett Graham. Bolin second in batting average for the Tigers behind Jaron Cesar. Bolin sits at 308 as that one is in there for strike one. 133 at bats for Joseph Bolin. Does have 31 RBIs and another opportunity here with the speedy Cesar on third base. Runners on the corners. Dolich delivers, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. So back-to-back RBI singles for the Ouachita Tigers as they take a 2-0 lead here on Friday afternoon.
Now batting second baseman Cole Bedwell.
South Lake, Texas native Cole Bedwell will step in. Only one out here for Ouachita. Garrett Graham advanced into scoring position on that last single. So 2 runners on. Coming into this, Dolich pitched 47 2/3, 40 strikeouts. And that one is fouled off to the left-hand side. That one just misses for Dolich. So full count even at 2-2. Ouachita leads by 2 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. As that one's going to be barreled up for another base hit. He's going to wave Graham around third, and the throw is offline, and Garrett Graham will slide in for the third Tiger run of the first inning. Rusty Wortman will head out to the mound from his catching position to try to calm his pitcher down. Pinch hitter for Ouachita will step in Presley Nichols. Nichols, a native of Van Buren, Arkansas.
Nichols.
Throw down there to second, not in time. That one is going to be lifted high into right field and caught there. Runners go to advance, and tagging up in advances to third is Joseph Bolin. That was Clark out there in right field to run it in for the Bulldogs for the second out of the first inning.
Now batting right fielder Cade Bowman.
Right fielder Cade Bowman steps in, batting in the 8-hole today. Had a walk-off in game 1 against UAM as Bowman hits that one out to right field. Backtracking is Clark. So back-to-back flyouts will take care of the Tigers here in the bottom of the first inning. Tigers go 5 for 7 in the inning before Bowman pops out. Nice inning for the Tigers. Another inning of Chase Oberle and the Tiger defense coming up right after this break.
Owned by Washita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the Pulled Pork Burger, or the Mac and Cheese Burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
I've heard people say, "Oh, a cheetah."
Oh, Wichita.
Achita.
Oh, a cheetah.
Is it pronounced Oakita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field here in Arkadelphia as 5, 6, 7 due up for Southwestern. Rusty Wortman will lead things off. And some news fresh off the press here in the Delph is Washita Baptist University head football coach Todd Knight has announced the hiring of Jonathan Fletcher as the team's new offensive run game coordinator, offensive line, and tight ends coach. He will replace Brett Shockley. Shockley accepted the job at El Dorado High School in South Arkansas as the head football coach earlier this semester. Dive into a little bit more of Coach Jonathan Fletcher throughout this inning. A leadoff single for Southwestern in the top of the first inning, but could not produce anything out of it. Oberle ahead in the count here, 1-2 to the catcher. Foul that one off.
This one's a 90, this one's a 91.
That one's fouled off once more. Coach Fletcher was previously on staff at Delta State University since 2013. Worked his way up, most recently serving as the assistant head coach since 2022. Started as a graduate assistant in 13 and worked his way up. Throughout his tenure with the Statesmen, Fletcher coached 15 all-conference offensive linemen, 3 All-Americans, and a Gene Upshaw D2 Lineman of the Year Award finalist. Good addition there to the Tiger coaching staff, as also they have their spring game today at Cliff Harris Stadium at 5:45 p.m. So a lot going on in Tiger athletics today. We'll get into some more Tiger athletics that happened yesterday as we move along in this game, as that one's outside to run the count full on the 5-hole hitter. That one is barreled up into left field. Ibarra gives chase and catches that one for the first out of the top of the second inning. Nolan McCrossan will step in. Batting .319 on the year. Really pretty good control here early. As that one is barreled up. Beautiful play over there from Cole Bedwell to Garrett Graham. Flash the leather, why don't you? Bedwell usually at first. Makes the positional change to second. And that right there captures the second out. Keaton Fisher will step in, the senior batting .411 out of the 7-hole. Fisher, a transfer from Northern Colorado. Southwestern team very heavy with college transfers. Just a couple of high school players on it. Count even at 2-2 here with 2 outs. Fouled off once more as Fisher stays alive. See the cool number design there from Southwestern. Got the line inside the numbers with the baby blue. As another one is hit over there to Bedwell. A 4-3 put out to end the inning. So a pop out and a couple ground outs to Cole Bedwell will take care of the Bulldogs in this inning. We are headed to the bottom of the second inning. 9-1-2 due up for the Tigers here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law right after this.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Back at Rab Rogers Field. See the Ouachita dugout there. Reagan Yeager set to lead off the inning for the Tigers. Tigers had 5 hits in the bottom of the first inning, produced 3 runs from it. Dolich comes on in his second inning of work. Yeager, as you see there, a native of Kaufman, Texas. Big swing and a miss there. That one is barreled up back to the pitcher, and he will get it over to first base.
Now batting left fielder, Ashton Ibarra.
Lineup flips back over to Ashton Ibarra. And we've got some breaking news on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Isaac Bourne and Josiah Wooten will take second place at the Arkansas College Media Association for television regularly occurring newscast for the podcast Roar Rundown. That was last semester, so shout out to Isaac and Josiah. Also shout out to Madeline Colzer for representing Ouachita Sports Digital Network at the ACMA banquet today in Russellville up at Arkansas Tech, the spring convention. Always cool to see peers succeed, and as a whole, just the community here at OSDN that we are able to provide to get you these games. Ibarra ahead in the count here, 3-1. As he will get that one into right field. Back-to-back singles in Ibarra's first two at-bats today, as he singled to the same exact spot there in the bottom of the first inning. Shortstop McWilliams will step in. Williams spent his high school days as a Rocket at Catholic High School. Ibarra is gonna steal second. The throw, and they say it got there in time. Don't know if he came off the bag or the throw was in there on time. Ibarra had a pretty good jump coming off first. Good throw there from Wortman to eliminate that, but a hard hit ball to third. Great play over there from Meyer, and that will do the inning. So 3 up and 3 down. Tigers get one on, can't get anything off of it. We are headed to the top of the third here in Arkadelphia right after this.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
OSDN is Ouachita Student Sports Media Program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
Go Tigers is right, as we are back here in Arkadelphia. Shout out to DJ SID Brian Ramsey, 1970-something. Great song there. Even though I was not alive in the 1970s, 19-something is a great, great song. Jose Mendoza leads things off, 8-hole hitter number 7. We're going to take a quick trip to Weatherford, Oklahoma. The softball team of Ouachita playing the series finale against Southwestern. Split the doubleheader yesterday, won the first game 10-1, fell shortly in the second game 5-4, so they are battling for the series as that game is going on right now out in Weatherford. We will get you updates as we have them. Ouachita trails 5-1 in the bottom of the second. But here back at the Rab, the Tigers lead 3-0, and a big wave and a miss there on the high heat from Chase Oberly. Another wave and a miss. Great location here from Oberly early. Oberly, as I mentioned, a graduate student here at Ouachita. Graduated May of 2025 with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and is currently pursuing a master's degree in exercise science, and he has also mastered that strikeout as he will sit Mendoza down on strikes for his 33rd strikeout of the season. 9-hole hitter Chris Clark steps in, batting .263 on the year. As that one is grounded softly to Garrett Graham at first. Oberly over there as Graham flicks it for the second out. Lineup flips back over to John Spoto. He has the only hit for the Bulldogs today. In the top of the first, he singled. Spoto transfer from Rock Valley Community College, listed at 5'9", 180. One, the count here, 2 outs. That one is grounded to the second baseman, flipped over to the first baseman to end it. The 4-3 put out to end the top of the third inning. 3-4-5 due up for the Tigers after a word from our sponsors.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
Jaron Caesar to lead things off for the Tigers in this inning. Caesar, a native of Fort Worth, Texas, finance major here on campus, batting .415 on the year. Dolich comes on in his third inning of work. Cesar went to Timber Creek High School. Was formerly at Eastern Arizona, as he will pop that one foul. This is his first year at Ouachita. Played 2 seasons at Eastern Arizona. And 2 seasons played at nearly 80 games, as he will barrel that one up, but high, and just not enough on it, as that is a fly out to left field to lead off the inning for the Tigers. Garrett Graham will step in. Graham takes that one high. We will look at some tennis news now. Ouachita's women's team beat Southern Arkansas yesterday for their first conference win. SAU won the doubles points with a couple victories to take a 1-0 lead into the singles. Ouachita stormed back and took care of business 4-3 on Wednesday afternoon. Their first Great American Conference victory of the season. Up next, Tigers, the GAC matchup this Saturday against Harding at home. First serve set for 2 p.m. So just beyond the outfield wall of Rab Rogers is the tennis facility for Ouachita Baptist. So Graham's ahead in the count here, 3-1. He will poke that one foul to run the count full. That one is low. Graham draws a walk.
Now batting catcher, Joseph Bolin.
Joseph Bolin steps in. Bolin 1 for 1 today with a single. Bolin 41 hits coming into this game on the season. Graham gets his lead over there at first. That 1-0 is inside for strike one. Coming into this game, Oberle does lead the team in ERA at .335. He's put in 3 quality innings of work for the Tigers. Expect him to come out for a 4th. Ouachita got some offensive business to take care of here with a runner on, only 1 out. As Joseph Bolin ahead in the count here, 2-1. Ouachita 6 for 12 as a team, hitting so far 4 of 7 with runners on. A lot of that coming within the first inning where they scored those 3 runs. Count even at 2-2. Bolin gonna barrel that one up down the left field line. That's gonna get to the wall. Coach Howard will put the brakes on Garrett Graham at third, but that's a double for Joseph Bolin, and now 2 runners on and both of them in scoring position.
Now batting second baseman Cole Bedwell.
Second baseman Cole Bedwell up to bat now. Bedwell also from South Lake, Texas, same high school as Ashton Ibarra. If you Google South Lake, Texas, South Lake Carroll High School, you will find the rich football tradition they have down there. One of the premier high school football programs in the state of Texas. Bedwell barrels up that 0-1, backtracking to the warning track and caught. Graham will tag up, and a run will score off the sacrifice fly of the bat of Cole Bedwell. And that one took McCarwich all the way back to the warning track. It'll be the fourth run for the Tigers. And Bolin advances to third base.
Presley Nichols.
Presley Nichols steps in. Junior 0 for 1 today in the 7-hole. Now here to Nichols. Big RBI opportunity here for Nichols. Base hit would get the runner in from third. That's Bolin down there. Ouachita been able to produce offense today as they scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first, 1 here in the bottom of the third, and an opportunity to tack on some more. Great plate discipline this far from the Tigers. You've seen Dolich really try to elevate the fastball and get it on that outside half of the plate, and Tigers been able to lay off of it when it's been off the plate just a little bit. That one's outside for ball 4. Presley Nichols will walk there, and so runners on the corners as the 8-hole batter steps up.
Cade Bowman.
Runners on the corners here for the Tigers. Good job there from Wortman keeping that pitch in front of him as it got down in the dirt. And there from Dolich for strike 1. Two-one here, 2 outs. Tigers looking to find some more offense. They've got another run 90 feet away but count even at 2-2. Bowman comes into this at bat with 29 RBIs, 267 batting average on the year. And the 2-2 will foul that one off to stay alive. Ouachita batting .538 as a team today. Count even at 2-2, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss there from Cade Bowman as he will strike out, but not before the Tigers add one more on here in the bottom of the third. 2-3-4 due up for the Bulldogs. We're headed to the top of the fourth right after this on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tee Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teetimegolfarkansas.com.
Beautiful drone shot there of Rab Rogers Field. You see Cliff Harris Stadium in the background. Ouachita 4 runs on 7 hits, and I'm now joined by Ouachita alum, I guess you could say, graduated in December, former OSDN commentator Isaac Bourne down from the Bluegrass State here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Dalton, glad to be here, and yeah, Ouachita alum just sounds weird. I mean, I know I got the license plate and everything for it, but
makes you sound old.
It's good to be back here. I'll say that, Dalton.
Landon Meyer leads things off for Southwestern in this inning, and Isaac, we've seen the offensive success from Ouachita. 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning where they were just able to link hits together.
I think one thing about this Ouachita baseball team that has, just like the consistency that they've had, one thing that you can always count on is Chase Oberle on the mound. He's been here for quite some time, and he's been one of their most reliable pitchers and one of the most reliable pitchers in the GAC. So it'll be interesting to see here how the defense can hold up and continue this offensive onslaught that they're kind of putting on SWOSU right now.
Sure, as he will deliver that one and fouled off, and he's found himself in a lot of these counts right here, 0-2, 2 strikes on the batter he's facing. He's been able to not have to really work out of any holes. He's not had his back against the wall here in this game as we are in the top of the 4th inning. Been able to get ahead in the count and finish that count early, as that one's going to be foul. That was torched up the first base line, but just a bit foul.
Oberle likes it when he gets to play up in the count because he gets to play with some off-speed pitches, and you're seeing today especially that he's getting to really bring that curveball out and whatever he can just to break that baseball down or up.
That one is barreled up. Play there, as beautiful play, but just short of time.
Would have been an absolutely incredible play had he made it right there to first base, but still there, you have to be okay with that. Obviously, you kept it in the infield, keep it at a base hit there.
Yeah, Bedwell had a pretty flash of the leather play earlier, was going away from first base on that one, so had to turn his complete body and just couldn't get it back in time. So Landon Meyer will reach. Kotaro Wakawi will step in.
Dalton, I'll let you have those names. That's all on you, man. And I've always been the play-by-play guy, and I had to memorize names, but it's your turn for this one. And right there, looks like it's the turn of SWOSU to get down the field.
And they will look to run that into a double, and the throw there to Bedwell is not caught. So it was in time, but Bedwell not able to field that one. He said, that one's on me. So the Japan native will rack up a double there. So 2 runners in scoring position for SWOSU, as they have had a couple other runners in scoring position today, but not been able to convert anything off of them.
So here, it'll be a really interesting pinch that Oberle's got to work himself out of. He started off this, you've seen he started off this game with 3 straight no-hitting innings. And so now it'll be interesting with 2 innings, with two hits in a row now and 2 guys in scoring position. Oberle's really got to charge himself to win this one.
That one will be grounded up, and they're going to go to third and get Wakoi. But a run will score. First run for Southwestern today.
And that right there is what you call just a safe choice to be able to get an out automatically. You don't want to throw it across the field if you don't have to. He gets it to third base, gets the tag out. Obviously, you let the run go, but at the same time, you want to make the easiest play to get the easiest out.
And Southwestern stringing some things together, as that is a first pitch single from Zach McCarich.
And Oberle now, he's allowing a lot of balls to be put into play at this juncture. So we'll see here what he does to kind of even his nerves a little bit and keep himself on that mound for a little longer.
Still a 3-run lead for the Tigers. Got another runner in scoring position. And we mentioned Oberle not having his back against the wall. Now he has his back against the wall. Allowed 1 run. We will have a stoppage in play here. Give a shout out to the men's tennis team as they stay unbeaten in conference play, ranked 36th in the nation, 14-4 overall, 3-0 in MIAA/GAC play, as they took down Southern Arkansas yesterday 5-2. Their next game will be tomorrow at Mississippi College at 2 p.m. Southern Arkansas was ranked 50th coming into Arkadelphia yesterday.
One thing you're going to also see about Oberle, too, as this game goes on, the temperature is just going to rise. It's now up to 80 degrees. You know, Dalton, I woke up this morning in Kentucky, and it was below 50.
Wow.
And now it's 80 degrees here in Arkansas. As looking like something else is getting hot, and it might be a bat.
Yeah, the SWOSU bats have come alive in this inning. Still no action in the Tiger bullpen. But Coach Dave Brown will come out and chat with the preseason All-American, as he has allowed a couple runs here in the inning. We'll stay here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. You got Keaton Fisher coming up, the second baseman, batting .408, so has some power off that bat. 35 RBIs and a couple runners on. So just got to calm Oberle down. Ouachita, one thing that has hurt them, we saw it Tuesday against Henderson and against UAM last weekend, is they can't allow a lot of runs in one inning, and that really hurt them. Another thing happening today on campus, the spring game for Tiger football, 5:45 this evening over at Cliff Harris Stadium at Cluck Benson Field. Looking forward to seeing the Tigers in action.
And another thing you have to like is assistant coach Dave Brown having confidence in Oberle. Obviously, you've seen this multiple times over the years. you know your pitcher, you know Oberle, you know that he's going to work himself out of something like this. It's not like he's let the lead up at this point. You just have to give him the time to be able to find himself back on top of that mound. And he's not even putting another guy in the bullpen and trying to go to a reliever at this point because, I mean, you still have 6 innings left to play here.
And that's one thing you see is you want to run your starter as long as you can because we've got another game today and a game tomorrow that you're going to need the rest of your pitching staff for. That one is hit over to first base. Garrett Graham takes the easy out. So 2 outs now, but 2 runners in scoring position.
Interesting play there by SWOSU. You kind of get the swinging bunt there. Obviously, the play is out at first, so now the ability to force out just about anywhere. But also, you have a weird position for Ouachita where if Oberle can relinquish one of these easy base hits, you've got at least a run or maybe 2 coming home.
Runner on second and third. Jose Mendoza steps up, the shortstop. 15 RBIs on the season and 72 at-bats. As he will take that one high and inside. Due up for the Tigers in the bottom half, 9-1-2, Yeager, Ibarra, and McWilliams.
Dalton, you're killing it on these pronunciations, man. I got to give you credit.
Thanks. It takes time, but it's something as an announcer. You have the respect for the players, and you always want to get the names right as that one's popped out of play and foul. McCrossan on second, Wortman on third for SWOSU. Big wave and a miss, and Isaac, that's a big strike two there. He's up in the count 1-2. We'll see if he plays with an off speed here.
And right here, though, this is where a lot of pitchers will get easy with it, maybe throw something that's a little irresponsible, but Oberle, he's got the veteran leadership here.
That one is poked just down the first base line and foul.
I'm very glad I didn't speak that into existence because I thought that was going down in fair territory. But
yeah, if that goes down in fair territory, 2 runs definitely score and SWOSU ties this game. So big at bat here for the visiting Bulldogs. Mendoza batting .264 on the year.
One pitch here between a tie game or possibly an end of an inning.
And the play over there at second base cannot be made by McWilliams, and that will score both runs. So fielding error. Bedwell at second. McWilliams is over at short. So Bedwell had that one in front of him, took a weird bounce off the dirt, and you can see displeased with himself over there. So SWOSU, 4 runs in this inning to tie this game up.
And Dalton, that's just baseball right there. An easy play, not even an easy play, but a play that's unable to be made at the second base line and just unable to get it to that easy out right there. And like I said, one pitch was the difference between either a tie game or the end of an inning. And right now we've got a tie game.
They will rule that as a fielding error by second baseman Cole Bedwell. Wortman scored from third. McCrossan scored from second. 9-hole hitter Chris Clark steps in. Clark coming into this game batting .263, the junior.
Also in attendance today, I see a few Ouachita volleyball players. They're finally going to be receiving their regular season GAC championship rings today at the ring ceremony. Shout out to head coach Allison Frizzell Kaiser for setting all that up and what's going to be a great event tonight. But it looks like Emily Adams and Courtney Hansen in attendance here at Rab Rogers Field.
Clark fouls that one off. You see so much success from Ouachita Athletics, the volleyball team getting their regular season rings, men's tennis ranked nationally, a couple big transfers for the football team, a hire there this morning. So a lot happening within athletics. The Ouachita softball team battling for a series out in Weatherford. And that's a strikeout on the corner Chris Clark goes down on strikes, but not before Southwestern Oklahoma State ties this one up. We're all knotted up at 4, headed to the bottom of the 4th right after this.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of that Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Saw Southwest Auto Collection there. Give a shout out to them. Final 4 for Ouachita Communications. Had the trip to go to the Final 4 in Indianapolis last weekend. Watched Michigan win the national championship. Thanks to Southwest Automotive for the great minivan. Chris Babb driving a minivan around, something I never thought I would see, but thanks to Southwest Automotive, it was made possible. Reagan Yeager steps in, the third baseman. Has worked his way into this lineup. We saw him come on and play a little bit of third base in the UAM series. Did a little bit of pinch hitting in the 9-hole today as he will take strike 1.
See, Dalton, I don't know if you or me could sit in the minivan with Chris Babb for an entire trip to Indianapolis. I think we get tired of him making fun of us saying the wrong word or something like that.
Or as he would say in Fundamentals of Media Writing, his witty dad jokes.
Well, I mean, he was driving a mom van up to Indianapolis, so I mean, you got any jokes for that?
No, not one for that. As Yeager grounds out.
So 1 out on the board here. I'm interested to see here if Ouachita can take the momentum back after really stopping in their tracks at the top of this inning here.
Ibarra will step in. Ibarra, a lot of power off that bat, but also a lot of control. Batting .336, 2 hits today, 1 run already. Couple singles, both been to the right field gap. You see the second baseman playing a little bit over as they know that. That one's popped foul and out of play.
Hoping too with the turnover of this lineup that you can see some action happen, and right at the perfect time, get some of your better hitters in the batter's box at the right time.
Ibarra, big wave and a miss. And that will be drop third strike as he is tagged running out of the batter's box for the second out. So 2 quick outs for Josh Dolich.
And that's just another tough break for Ibarra. You can see there that he wanted to make that play. You could tell him swinging for just about everything. Wanted to make a play to change the tides here, but so far just 2 outs, can't really do it yet.
McWilliams steps in. That one is foul tipped into the glove off McWilliams' bat.
And you know, one thing I'm noticing is just a little aside. These SWOSU jerseys look a lot like Memphis Grizzlies jerseys with the font on the back of the jerseys there.
So count even at 2-2 here. McWilliams 0 for 2 today, strikeout and a ground out to third base.
I used to always say 2's on the board here.
As McWilliams, that one will be fouled down the third base line. We talked about success in Ouachita Athletics last week down in Nacogdoches, Texas at Stephen F. Austin. Tigers broke 2 school records. And Aiden Hecht reaches the provisional mark for NCAA qualifying. Two still the count. That one's going to be fouled off, so a tough at bat. McWilliams is giving Josh Dolich all he wants right here.
You gotta give props to McWilliams here, just keeping himself in this one, and also his team. I mean, one wrong swing here, and that ends the inning and continues this momentum positively for the Bulldogs.
That one high and inside, running the count full.
Something's got to give here. I'm interested to see here if McWilliams swings on this one, depending on what the pitch looks like.
To see if Dolich tries to change the high slot here and goes lower, goes back high, and that one is barreled straight up the middle for Reese McWilliams for his first hit of this game, first hit of the series.
What a beauty for Reese McWilliams. Finds what he wants, sends it right back at the pitcher and right across second base. That'll get him there and hopefully continue the momentum off that hit for the next one.
And he was able to do that, Isaac. You saw him battle at 2-2 count, fouled a couple pitches off. Like you said, got what he wanted, took it right back up the middle.
Urgency starting to heighten a little bit for the Tigers, not because of how long this game's going, but more just because, I mean, they had a stark lead in this one. They were up 4-0 earlier, and so for them to relinquish that all in one inning, you got to see a little bit of urgency to be able to maybe take that lead right back.
Jaron Cesar steps in and went to bunt the first pitch as that one was missed, and he's now down in the count 0-2. One fouled off. Mentioned the cross-country team last week down in Nacogdoches, Texas. They're in Oxford, Mississippi right now at Ole Miss. And they have started their events today. And we will get updated as soon as we can on that.
Coach Guyman just taking that team just all around the country right now. And, I mean, they deserve it. They're proving that this is a legitimate program in the GAC. I mean, with the Hickinbotham family track being built just recently as well. This is a program that is continuing to grow and continuing to show that Ouachita excellence in athletics that we continue to see year after year.
1-2 the count here to the 3-hole hitter. Cesar fouls that one off, just gets a piece of that one to stay alive.
Surprised that he doesn't use the song Run This Town and the Kanye line, and they call me Cesar, for his walk-up song.
That one will be tipped into the glove of Rusty Wortman to end the inning. Ouachita leaves one runner on. Game still all knotted up at 4 as we have finished 4 innings. We're headed to the 5th right after a word from Taylor King Law.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Blakelytown is Arkadelphia's gathering space, perfect for weddings, receptions, parties, reunions, showers, corporate outings, and more. Easily accessible for local and out-of-town visitors, Blakelytown features both indoor and outdoor options and is customizable to fit your vision and your needs. Blakelytown is locally owned and operated and proud to serve the Arkadelphia community. Dates fill quickly, so contact Blakelytown today to reserve your space for the event of your dreams.
Oberly still on the bump into his 5th inning of work. Gave up 4 runs in the last inning, only 2 earned runs. 65 pitches today for him.
That one error on the board for the Tigers really proving the most costly deficit from them today. Just the one error at second base that what led to 2 runs, and that's why we have a tie ball game here.
Oberly's ERA sits at 3.45. 1, 2, 3 due up for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th. Spoto, Meyer, and Wakui.
And more than ever for Oberly, seeing the top of the lineup here, it's going to be important for him to put balls in places where it's not going to be an easy hit, obviously, but more than anything, it's going to be important for him to give them stuff that they're going to have to really, really try for to put in play.
Besides that one error, the Ouachita defense behind Oberly has been solid thus far. So a couple good plays from the infield, couple good catches from the outfield. Spoto 1 for 2 today. Had a single in the first inning, grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning, as he will take that one into the right center gap for a single hard turn at second, but we'll go back to first for a lead-off single.
And right there, just another example of showing that this momentum that SWOSU has is not just physical, it's also mental. They've got the excitement from that last inning where they scored 4, and now they're going to bring that right into this one, putting it perfectly in the gap in right field.
Still nobody warming up in the Ouachita bullpen. Still a tie ball game, and you've got a preseason All-American on the mound. You still got to have some faith in him. Landon Meyer steps in, the senior 1 for 2 today. Scored off a single in the 4th inning. Oberly ahead in the count here, 0-2. That one is popped foul.
That one once again going a little low, trying his best to make sure that he has just the one hit in this inning.
Double play opportunity, of course, for the Tigers with the runner on first. Oberly checks Spoto at first and back in time.
And obviously you want to check a guy like Spoto. He's 13 for 14 on stolen bases this season, a guy that's going to be active in the base paths.
.13 stolen bases for John Spoto. Only been caught once, so definitely has some speed. One, two. That one's going to be popped up and lands in no man's land, and that gets down almost to the warning track. Coming around third is Spoto, and the throw is not on time, and so Southwestern will take their first lead of the day, 5-4.
Right now, the Bulldogs finding their niche right on that right side of the field, just putting it down right there and with enough distance to bring a runner home all the way from first, and just all of the momentum on the side of the Bulldogs. Oberly right here, you've got to see him stay cool and calm and collected for these final 3 outs and keep the bleeding at a minimum.
That one ruled as an RBI double to Landon Meyer. Scutaro Wakui will step in.
Also, you got to point out, too, what confidence that this pitching staff has in Oberly. I mean, he's relinquished. You've started to see him relinquishing plenty of hits in this one, but continuing to have faith in their man on the mound that he's going to find himself, and not even putting an extra guy in the bullpen. I mean, obviously, you could chalk that up to the fact that they want to save their guys for the second game today as well. But also, you have to give him credit. They give them credit where credit is due, trusting that Oberly can finish this one out with a win.
Big wave and a miss there from Wakui, originally from Japan, transferred to Seward Community College in Liberal, Kansas, and now finds home in Weatherford, Oklahoma.
And what a journey for him. You know, if I'm coming to America for the first time, you know, Seward Community College being my first perception of it is I'm not going to say bad, but just an odd way to look at it. But, you know, community college is a great start for some baseball players at this level to be able to get to D2 and, you know, possibly D1. And I mean, so many pros in the MLB also started as community college transfers. And so you've got to see, you know, it's just an interesting journey from a guy coming straight from Japan to Liberal, Kansas.
Wakui, a junior, as he will strike out there on the full pitch offering from Chase Oberly for the first out of this inning.
And that's a big count there for Chase Oberly. You get that strikeout with a man in scoring position. We'll see here if he can continue off of that, but a good way to halt a team's momentum.
Good first pitch strike there, offering to Zach Makarwich.
He had to refer there to his third base ump, but that's enough there to give Oberly some breathing room and maybe a chance to have some fun in this count.
As that is a 3-pitch strikeout for Chase Oberly. Another update from the Arkansas College Media Association Spring Convention. The Ouachita Sports Digital Network has won the Television General Excellence Runner-Up Award for the work we do here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, and that would not be possible without our sponsors and the administration, faculty, and staff of Ouachita Baptist University. As that one is grounded, Oberly will get it over to Garrett Graham for the out. 1 run crosses the plate here for Southwestern in the top of the 5th. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Tigers right after this break.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia, call Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
We mentioned the Southwest Automotive Group sponsoring the vehicle to go to Indianapolis this past week. And Isaac, your time here at Ouachita, you were able to go to the Final Four. You see the students there at Lucas Oil Stadium. Can you talk a little bit about what you got to do at the Final Four? Obviously, you didn't go this year because you graduated, but you went in the years past.
So, yeah, I'll tell you this year, it was hard watching it from home. I had just a bit of a credential mix-up for me not to be able to go. But you see, March and April woman herself, Lexi Lunsford. I mean, Lexi has been going on these trips for so long, ever since her sophomore year. But, Dalton, I was about your age when I first suited up to go with OSDN alum Chris Gay and Chase Hartzell. By the way, congratulations to Chris on his recent wedding and marriage. But we all suited up and went to Houston, and that was one of the second time we ever went. And then I was able to go to San Antonio last year. So just some awesome trips, a lot of fun. Bab makes sure that it's not just all business, as you can see there. I mean, it's fun. You can have a great time, but also, I mean, I don't think you can get a better learning experience than literally sitting courtside at the biggest event in college athletics. And I'll say that because, I mean, the College Football National Championship is big, but the Final Four, they take over the city of Indianapolis for an entire week. And it was, from what I saw, an absolutely incredible event. And it just awesome. Really excited for the students that got to go, Josh Ryan and Kylie Kisgan, and obviously Lexi Lunsford and Ellie Bennett. So, I mean, just a great group of people, and, I guess we'll leave it up to Bab to say if, he enjoyed it with them or not, but I would assume so. Just a great group of people.
And that one is taken all the way back to the warning track in left field, but caught for the first out. That was Garrett Graham, and we're able to go to the Final Four, but also Division II and Division III had their national championships up there, and then NIT tournament also had the national championship, and that one was between Tulsa and Auburn. And
the NIT tournament, so the National Invitation Tournament.
Yeah,
yeah, just like
interesting name.
Just like saying DC Comics, Detective Comics. But no, I get what you're saying. The NIT it looked like it was really cool. If you want to look at Josh Ryan's Instagram page too, I don't know if he got a lot of really great pictures from that Tulsa versus Auburn game, some Final Four pictures. I mean, check out his work. Josh Ryan, he's been doing it for years now. I've been able to really see him improve. And for him to really sit courtside and get some professional photos, I mean, it is just so surreal to see a guy like him, but also someone like Lexi Lunsford and Kylie Kisgan and, Ellie Bennett being able to experience it in all of its glory. The Final Four is one of the most exciting things ever.
I was actually able to also take pictures at the open practices for the Final Four, so got to get some Wolverines in there.
But now, if we're talking college sports and college basketball specifically, I think you've got to you've got to also talk a little bit about what college basketball is turning into now, which is just free agency. And we'll see. Obviously, baseball stuff like that will happen later on with. I guess that's me and Vince Wolfram. Yeah, well, I guess we could talk that as well. My home studio I got to make the other night, going live with a guy that works for Field of 68.
That one is a close play at first.
Wow. And that's a beautiful piece of running that time by Joseph Bolin. I mean, you don't really expect the speed out of your catcher, but Bolin's showing right there. He's got the legs to do it, and he's going to get to first on a play that really should have been a routine out for them.
And referee or umpires looks like they're going to go to official review for this one.
Is under video review. The call on the field is safe at first base.
So the call on the field is safe, so got to have undisputable video evidence to overturn this call.
And that also is another trend in Division II sports and just NCAA sports in general that have had some growing pains this year, but it has been very useful, is the requirement for all venues to have instant replay of some form. It's allowed these games to be called in a fairer way. It's also given these officials a lot of help in terms of being able to, watch other parts of the game, make sure you make the right calls all the time. Beautiful camera shot over there from camera one. We'll see here if he gets there in time. And that right there is just about as close as you can call. If I'm a referee, if I'm an umpire here, that's literally a frame off. He might have, if you take it from that angle, I think he just barely missed it, Dalton.
Yeah, and also you look, stretching there, that's crossing it first. Does his foot stay on the bag? You see it's on the side of the bag there. We'll go frame by frame again. Right, it's coming up on it right there. Is his foot on the bag? If it is, it's literally just a spike of his cleat. His foot on top of the bag there as it rolls over. As he stretches, is his foot on the bag. But here's the thing.
I don't know if it's indisputable, exactly.
Yeah, you have to have undisputable video evidence to overturn the call. And I just think, Isaac, that one is just a bit close. And the Tigers could have a duck on the pond here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
And if Bolin can stay on base here, that's the exact piece on the board that you need just to continue and keep a run going. You only have one out on the board as well. Still a little bit of breathing room to work with it. But also, you've also got the ability to see some of this back half of your lineup and see what they can do. And, a great position for Ouachita if the call stands, but if it is overturned, then it'll be a very hard break for them, especially with SWOSU having 2 outs now and also the lead in this one.
We mentioned the softball team in a series finale out in Weatherford, playing Southwestern. The Tigers scored 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning. They trail Southwestern still 5-3, though, in the top of the 6th inning. As we will have the call here.
And Dalton, I'll tell you right now, it would be very difficult for me to overturn this one.
As they will
After video review, the call on the field is upheld.
Upheld call there. You heard it from Brian Ramsey.
Now batting second baseman, Cole Bedwell.
And Cole Bedwell will step in. Only 1 out, runner on first base. Southlake, Texas native.
And Bedwell, he's been with this team for quite a while. When his bat gets hot, it definitely burns brighter than just about any of the bats on this team.
Bedwell was a 2022 Texas 6A state champion in baseball at Southlake Carroll.
And Dalton, you can tell I've been out of this booth for a while because I just flinched right there on that foul ball.
Fortunately, that net is in front of us. This is Bedwell's 3rd season as a Tiger. Count even at 1-1. The throw back to first, not in time to get Bolin.
And that was a really close run right there. Took the umpire just a second to run it back in his head before he can make a call. Bolin's got to be careful here if he wants to keep himself in play.
And that one is barreled up down the third base line. And the runners will advance 90 feet as that is going to be a single for Cole Bedwell.
Bedwell pulling it a little bit there as a right-handed hitter. That's just about all you could ask for from him. can't poke it out to the right side and give Bolin an extra base. But either way, you put him in scoring position, and we'll see here now what the next one can do here.
Presley Nichols is the next batter. Transfer from Crowder College. This is his first season at Ouachita. As we mentioned, from Van Buren, Arkansas, was an all-state baseball player as a pointer his senior year. He played in 8 games in his last season at Crowder. Base hit from here possibly could score Bolin from second. That one way high and outside to Nichols.
And this here is you want something similar to that last hit that you got from Bedwell. You want him to pull it here and put it out into right field just so that Bolin can have enough space possibly to get to home plate. But we'll see here with only 1 out, he's got a chance too to sacrifice himself.
Good job there from Wortman keeping that one in front of him.
Ouachita putting on a hitting clinic today. Double-digit hits after that last one from Bedwell as well. They have more hits than SWOSU. Obviously, the Bulldogs, though, have had some more impactful hits.
As that one catches the corner for the first strike of this at bat, but Nichols still ahead in this bat. Hitters count 3-1.
If you're a guy like Nichols, you can't swing on a 3-0. You just want to see here if you can load the bases. Still 3-1. You got some breathing room.
Big wave and a miss there from Nichols as the count runs full.
Pressure ramping up now here for Nichols. 3-2 count. What once was a 3-0 now is a 3-2. Situations like these, you also have to go back to where you were in the count. You can't think about not swinging on that 3-0. We'll see here what happens.
That one is lifted high into center field and caught.
And just not the right spot to pop fly it, and just you put it in center field. If Nichols could have just pulled it a little bit more than that, possibly could have put Bolin on third, but right there, not enough, and that'll just be an easy out for SWOSU. We'll see here, though, what happens with Cade Bowman on the plate.
Bowman, an outfielder from Little Rock. He looks to possibly an RBI opportunity for Bowman. Bowman, this is his second year at Ouachita, formerly at Little Rock Christian in high school. He is quickly down in the count 0-2.
Two opposite progressions here. Last time it was a 3-0 start, and now it's an 0-2 start. We'll see here if somehow Bowman can get this back to a full.
That one is outside. Bowman had success in high school. His junior year was named the 5A state championship game MVP.
When you got success in the natural state, you stay in the natural state, and that's exactly what Bowman's done here.
Bowman stays alive there as he fouls that one off.
And right there, one of those weird pitches where it was coming in on the hands. Bowman has to swing on it. With those pitches, you don't want to take a risk and let it go past you, especially when you've got 2 strikes. And so Bowman just making the safety call there.
And a big wave and a miss from Cade Bowman. that will end the inning. But we're going to stay here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. We're going to talk a little bit about the GAC standings, break those down, and what implications we are looking at here for the GAC tournament. The GAC tournament, 20 days from today. It is Thursday, it starts Thursday, April 30th through Saturday, May 2nd for the first round, and then Thursday, May 7th through Saturday, May 9th. The opening rounds will be held at David Allen Ballpark in Eden, Oklahoma, and Majestic Park in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. And Isaac, that white line is the line you want to be above moving in to the latter half of this season. And between Henderson tied for 6th and Ouachita down there at 11-13 within Great American Conference play, there's not a lot that separates 5th and even 6th all the way down to 10th.
Looks like here just about 2 games that separates 5th and 8th place, and between Ouachita technically out of the race right now. Obviously, it's going to be one of the Northwestern Oklahoma Baptist or Ouachita trio that's going to get themselves into this tournament. But I mean, an interesting position for the Tigers they find themselves in, and it'll be interesting to see what they do in this final half of the season. They've just got a few more here. This SWOSU series just becomes ever more important to win, especially when SWOSU trying to really charge themselves back into this one, being so far down in the standings.
And another big series around that cut line across the street, Henderson State hosting Northwestern. So if Henderson State is to drop a couple to Northwestern this weekend, that really could hurt the Reddies and potentially drop them below the line and bring Northwestern above the line. So everything still in play for the Great American Conference tournament.
Probably one of the first times you got to say Ouachita having the opportunity to really say, hey, you know what? It's okay if Henderson wins today, because then that gives us the chance to take the advantage over Northwestern. But also, just another thing to make you aware of, we've got some action over in the bullpen. That's number 37 for Ouachita. It looks like it'll be Reese Torini.
Talking to some of the pitchers here at Ouachita earlier this week, we knew Torini would pitch this weekend. We just didn't know if it would be maybe a starter in the second game potentially of the doubleheader today, or maybe coming on in relief here in this first game. But Oberle, besides giving up the 4 runs in the 4th inning, has looked particularly good, as he's got a count even at 2-2 here to the Southwestern first baseman, Nolan McCrossan.
And Torini, transfer from Louisiana Tech. I mean, you could quite possibly call it a trade that the Tigers made with the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. You send over Wesley Scott, you get Torini back, and now the southpaw here is going to have to come into relief. We'll see here what he can do. I think Oberle, he's been throwing a lot this one, and he's found himself out of some pinches, but also he had that 4th inning just where he could not get himself out of it. So we'll see if maybe the change of the hand for the pitcher is enough to turn the tides in this one.
Oberle does get the strikeout there to start the inning. 37th strikeout, 5th today for Oberle, as Keaton Fisher steps in, going to barrel that one down the first base line for a base hit. Slight turn at first, but doesn't go to second as they get the throw into Bedwell.
And right now, I assume you got to also think, too, bringing in that left-handed pitcher might possibly be able to stop this clinic that SWOSU is making out in right field right now. You just take the right-handed pitcher and you do whatever you want with him, just pulling all of these left-handed batters, pulling their swings out to right field right now.
Jose Mendoza steps in, the shortstop. Fisher does have 3 stolen bases on the year. That one's going to be barreled up. Cesar shifting over and makes the catch for the second out.
And also put in a good spot in terms of where it was put out in the outfield, allowing the runner to stay on first base. So while you do relinquish that hit, so far, scoreless inning for SWOSU. We'll see if Oberly can keep it that way.
Chris Clark steps in here. The 9-hole hitter batting .238, 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout looking. Big wave and a miss there. One, two, the count here to Clark. That one just misses the outside corner.
In an odd position you find yourself in if you're assistant coach Dave Brown. Oberly scoreless. If he can continue this scoreless inning, what do you do with your pitcher in the bullpen?
The 2-2, and that one's going to be grounded softly, picked up over there at third base, and the play is made. Reagan Yeager waited on that one. Got into his glove and flipped it over to Garrett Graham at first. 5-3 put out will end the inning. Ouachita trails by 1 here at the RAB. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th right after this.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
Back at Rab Rogers Field, as you see, 4 runs on 10 hits and an error for the Tigers, 5 runs on 8 hits for the Bulldogs. Josh Dolich will come back on the bump. And we mentioned on the onset of this broadcast how different the fielding in the lineup for Ouachita was today, and one of those is because Octavio Mendeval took a hit by pitch straight to the side of the head last week, and so he is out this weekend on concussion protocol per Ouachita athletic training, as that is a single for the 9-hole hitter Reagan Yeager to start things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
You could say he took that ball off the dome.
I was going to say that, but I didn't know the level of professionalism that Dome would bring to the broadcast. But if you were watching the broadcast last week against UAM, I'm sure you heard it. And it was good to see Mendeval get back up from that. Obviously going to miss him this weekend against the Bulldogs, but scheduled to be back next weekend as the Tigers will be on the road. As the lineup flips back over to Ashton Ibarra.
And with the lineup turned over and you got your 9-hole hitter on the base path, good position here for Ouachita. You really have to see them, you really want to see them score as soon as possible, especially when you're down here.
Foul tip there from Ibarra. Almost got all of that one, but unfortunately just got a bit of it. 0-2 the count here. Ibarra gonna pop that one foul. Ibarra 2 for 3 today. Couple singles and a strikeout. As that one is going to be a base hit into left field. So back-to-back base hits to start off the 6th inning here for Ouachita.
Looked like that ball had a little spin on it as he hit it too. He might have been a curveball or something of that sort that, you know, just able to get it off the inside of his bat, and it curves into left field and into play. I mean, not exactly the pitch you expect to become a hit in this one, but it's the pitch that does become the hit and puts Ouachita in scoring position, and that's what's prompting this coaches meeting at the mound right now.
Dolich, 5 innings this far, giving up 12 hits, 4 runs. A little bit of movement in the Bulldog bullpen down on the first base side. Something to see what that looks like. Torini's still warming up in the Tiger bullpen on the third base side. As Coach Luke Howard gonna call time. Talk it over with Yeager and Ibarra. McWilliams scheduled to step in the batter's box. On deck for the Tigers is Jaron Cesar. McWilliams 1 for 3 today, ground out strikeout, but had a single in his last at bat.
Man, Dalton, I gotta say these newcomers for Ouachita, when I commentated for them last year, one thing, is this is almost completely different lineup, and yet, I mean, they're finding success in the batter's box, and that's a very exciting thing to have when Ouachita last year was a very defense-heavy team.
McWilliams squares around a bunt, and they're gonna go to third to get the out. So smart play there by Dolich. The bunt from McWilliams, he will reach on the bunt, but Yeager will be out as SWOSU gets the lead runner.
And not exactly what you want there. I'm not trying to advance the runners, but instead just kind of keeps it where it is. And so you expect something a little bit differently now here as Jaron Cesar steps up to the plate.
Cesar tries to go down and get that one, but just a little bit too far outside and down.
You can tell they're visibly not happy with swinging on that one. Kind of had to reach for it a little bit.
As that one's going to be barreled up into center field. Thought that one might be caught, but over the outstretched glove. And the bases are loaded here with 1 out. Coach Luke Howard gave the late stop sign over there to Ashton Ibarra at third base.
Got bases loaded, and what a person to load the bases for. Garrett Graham, he hit a grand slam last year against Henderson State. And, he's very keen to put his bat on the ball and send it very far places.
Garrett Graham, a product of Paris Junior College, native of Abilene, Texas. Graham does have 2 home runs on the season, as he will take that one high. And Isaac, this is a massive opportunity for this Tiger offense. You've got bases loaded, only 1 out, and the guy that is normally your designated hitter up to the bat.
And see with Graham as well, if he can't do it here, you've got Joseph Bolin right behind him in the order. I mean, just a very tough position for SWOSU to get themselves out of.
And that one, they could roll two, and they do. So a prime play for SWOSU. If you're a Bulldog fan, that's exactly what you wanted. For the Tigers, a tough break there. They leave them loaded in the 6th inning. We're headed to the 7th right after this.
At Knight Insurance Professionals, we offer local expertise, a professional experience, and the attention to detail that you deserve. Knight Insurance Professionals offers a comprehensive list of commercial and personal insurance products and can fit their products to your needs. Insurance can be complicated. Let us take care of it for you. It's the assurance you're looking for when it comes to protecting what's important to you. Knight Insurance Professionals at 10th and Caddo in Arkadelphia. 870-246-3700. Local, professional, personal.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Back at Rab Rogers Field, you see a pitching change there. The sophomore lefty, 5'11", 195, Reese Torini. First relief appearance of the year for Torini. Torini, a Little Rock, Arkansas native, but was a Bulldog at Louisiana Tech for the 2024-2025 season. Came out of high school as the #1 left-handed pitcher in the state of Arkansas in class of 2023.
And an odd position that Ouachita finds themselves in. You really don't want to lose a game with Oberle as your starter if you can help it. And right now, you've got to throw in the cavalry with Torini to finish this one off, bring Ouachita back in a game that is just absolutely crucial to your playoff seeding, and not just playoff seeding, but also if you make it or not. So you've got to be able to throw in someone that can finish this game off, that can bring you guys to the promised land. And, you know, you're one run in the hole right now if you're Ouachita, just trying to keep it that way and not allow any more people cross home plate.
1, 2, 3, do them up for Southwestern. Spoto, Meyer, and Wakui. Torini starts that one on outside. And he catches the outside for strike one. And when you look at Reese Torini and his stats, like we mentioned earlier, this is his first relief appearance. Pitched 4 innings against University of Arkansas Monticello last weekend. Faced 22 batters, 4 strikeouts in that appearance. 48 2/3 innings thus far for Torini. Hitters count here to the Bulldog leadoff 3-1. That one is barreled up. Cesar backtracking towards center field. And before he gets to the warning track, he will make the catch for the first out of the top of the 7th inning.
And a tough catch there for Cesar. I mean, you gets caught in the sun, obviously. You don't usually want to backtrack for a catch. That's why a lot of outfielders will try their best to line up in a position where they have to run forward for the catch, but makes the catch there, and we've got one out on the board.
That one is barreled up right back out to left center. Cesar will make another catch before he gets to the warning track. Cesar getting his workout out there in center field.
What sun? There's no sun for him. He's the one that's burning bright out there. Tigers making a clinic out of center field right now. We'll see here if they can just finish this one off in a great first inning for Torino if he can keep it as it is.
Kotaro Wakui steps in as he will ground over to first. Graham with the fielding, and he will make the play himself. Reese Torini comes in, 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. It's stretch time here at the RAB, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 7th right after this.
At Ouachita, we're excited to partner with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, which offers many benefits to alumni and friends, and we want to tell you about one of those.
I'm Dylan McClain, a proud alumni, and I serve as the Vice President and Attorney at the Arkansas Baptist Foundation. The foundation proudly serves as Ouachita's Play and Giving partner, so if you're considering leaving a legacy gift or want to explore other charitable giving options, we'd love to guide you through that process. If you'd like to learn more about how you can invest in the next generation of Ouachita students, please contact us using the information below.
Go Tigers!
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
Josh Dolich back on the mound for his 7th inning of work. You see box score there. 13 hits for Ouachita, only 4 runs. So Ouachita got to do a better job of not leaving runners on base and converting when they get runners on here in the bottom of the 7th. Bolin, Bedwell, Nichols due up. 5, 6, 7.
Batting for the Tigers, the catcher, Joseph Bolin.
You rarely see a pitcher like Dolich that has really come into his stride at the back half of his performance. He started off a little slow, relinquishing 3 runs in that first inning, then relinquishing another one in the third. But now he's had 3 straight shutouts in these past 3 innings. So a great way to find himself. And once again, that one's going to be another out for Dolich and his defense.
Yeah, Meyer over there at third. Great play as that one stayed just fair, and you see the great stretch here from McCrossan to get Bolin out at first. Bolin, prior to that, was 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Cole Bedwell steps in now. Bedwell and South Lake, Texas native. 2 for 2 today. Couple RBIs, couple singles.
Geography question for you, Dalton. Where relative to the city of Dallas is South Lake?
South.
Nope. It is west of Dallas, Texas, right in the middle of the 2 cities.
Interesting. Okay, so I'll give you another South Lake Carroll question. What is the South Lake Carroll football team known for doing as a team prior to their playoff runs?
Wasn't that where Quinn Ewers went?
Correct.
I do not know.
They are known for dyeing their hair blonde.
Well, I'm glad that Bedwell did not keep that tradition, and he's bringing some different tradition to this Ouachita team. And now he's also got a pretty advantageous count. We'll see here what Dolich can do for him.
3-0 here to Bedwell. So he'll take that one for strike 1. And when you're up 3-0, you just kind of want to see what Dolich offers. Obviously, still a hitter's count here at 3-1. That one fouled off. Count goes full.
That one might be in the street, Dalton. I feel like that one fouled off right behind him with some trajectory right back into the street.
Here's the full count offering. Bedwell going to get a hold of that one into center field. Spoto back and makes the play.
Center fielders just, they're playing in the grass today, just getting some runs out there. You saw Caesar in the last inning get 2 outs out there, having to run for it, and then you see Spoto, using the legs in the outfield.
Yeah, and flag shows us not a lot of wind today, as it's just kind of sitting stagnant out there in right center. So those balls that are getting hit to center field aren't getting a lot of carry on them and just kind of dying in the airstream.
And that right there is exactly what you expect. West of the Mississippi River, it's just going to be hot and no wind. Just not exactly the most fun temperature, but at least it's not cold. And I think a lot of Arkansas natives are probably happy for that as well.
Nichols steps in. Quickly count even at 1-1.
It's days like these, though, beautiful sun out, that you're excited to be here on the field. Just watching a good baseball game and see what that one does.
Nichols gets a hold of that one, and it's going to be extra bases for Presley Nichols, as that will be a stand-up double here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 outs.
And right there, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. You got 2 outs. Nichols steps to the plate and doles out exactly what his team needs for him right here. Now in scoring position, Ouachita needs to take advantage of this here with this game slowly dwindling down to its end.
Pinch hitter here for Ouachita, Kendall Cassidy, will step in, the 5'8", 205 junior.
And Cassidy, he's played just about everywhere that you kind of expect him on this field. And his time at Ouachita last year started off as just a pitcher, but then moved into the infield and also into the batting lineup, and he's shown the ability to send home some runners as well. So, just about as utility of a guy as you can ask for. Cassidy's been on the mound, in the field, and now here at the plate.
Cassidy will look at that one for strike 2. Kind of shakes his head off at that one as he's down in the count now. There's 0-2.
And right there, umpire calling it a strike. And it did look very low and inside, but looks like it just struck Cassidy's zone there.
That's going to be fouled off Cassidy's foot.
And right there, you see a good break for Ouachita. Not exactly the type of play you'd want if it wasn't going off his foot, but they're able to keep the count going. We'll see here if Cassidy can do anything with it.
That one's going to be high for ball 1.
And right there, that's a risky no swing if you're Cassidy. That one going right across your chest. Just a little high over the zone, but just a veteran play there for him, just watching it go by and showing that he's got the maturity to not swing at some of these pitches.
Coach Luke Howard will come and talk to the umpire. Quick conversation.
I think all he needed was just some reassurance about something. If I'm him, you probably do want to ask about that last strike that was thrown. Put it in the bottom inside corner, but either way, you can't overturn it after another pitch has already been thrown. Can't review it.
And the 1-2, that one's going to be popped high into left field, and that will do it for the bottom of the 7th inning. A double from Presley Nichols to left center doesn't get anything going for the Tigers. They trail 5-4 to the 8th inning right after this.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Reese Torini back on the mound for the Tigers here in the top of the 8th inning. He came on in the 7th inning. Ouachita substitution and position change. Ashton Ibarra now out in right field, and Connor Hill will replace Kendall Cassidy at left field in bat 8th.
And we've had 5 straight scoreless frames in this one between both teams. So right now, both teams kind of just looking for something. Obviously, that they've put players on base, but no one's crossed home plate so far since that one run 5th inning.
Zach McCarwich will get on to lead off the inning for the Bulldogs. When you look ahead for Ouachita,
Rusty Workman.
They will have another game after this one today, doubleheader. That one's scheduled for 7 innings. On paper, it is slated for 3 p.m., but we'll have to see what time this one finishes up. And then tomorrow at 1 p.m., they will finish up the season at home before they finish out on the road. Rusty Wortman in the batter's box now. Ouachita going to try to roll 2 here. And the throw to McWilliams cannot be contained as Bedwell flipped it from his second base position, and McWilliams couldn't hold on to. Now that's 2 times that we've seen a throw that can't be contained that leads to the runner being safe for Southwestern.
And for Bedwell, just an unfortunate day for him, just finding himself throwing off his back foot. I mean, that earlier error he had, and then just kind of finding himself off balance and not really being able to get the play at that second base. I mean, you have to credit the hitters on most of these plays as well. Bedwell just having to really, finagle his way into finding the ball in an odd position. And that time, he was able to get the ball to second base, just unable to keep it going and make the catch right there. So, you do have a runner on second base, but if I'm Bedwell, you just have to be able to push this off of you and continue this one, especially when it's just more important than ever to win these baseball games with your team's chances of making the GAC tournament dwindling with every loss.
See Luke Howard at the mound. Doesn't look like there's going to be a pitching change, but going to talk with Reese Torini. And you talked about chances of making the Great American Conference Tournament. Ouachita on a 3-game losing streak right now. Their last win last Thursday here at Rab Rogers in 12 innings, where Cade Bowman walked it off against Monticello. They only have 2 series left. They will go to Alva, Oklahoma next Friday and Saturday to play Northwestern. Northwestern, the team also on that bubble of the line of doom for the Great American Conference Tournament. And then we have Battle of the Ravine, baseball style, across the street. So I'll have to see offensively what Keaton Fisher does here.
mean, you see Garrett Graham playing very far in. A great opportunity here for SWOSU to get a sack bunt and put two runners in scoring position.
Excuse me, that is Nolan McCrossin, the first baseman, and number 33, not 23. Fisher is on deck. And like you mentioned, Isaac, this infield playing in, crashing a little bit. 1-1 the count here. See if McCrossin tries to lay one down. Saw communication there between Bolin and Graham. Bolin said, wait a second, hold back. If he bunts it, I can feel that you go to first, make the play. So I have to see defensive communication-wise what Ouachita does on the bunt. He will lay down a bunt. That's going to be back to Torini. Torini over to Graham. Sacrifice bunt for McCrossin will advance the runners into scoring position for Southwestern as Keaton Fisher will step in.
Perfectly executed play that time by McCrossin. Exactly what you want. If you're showing bunt there, you put two runners in scoring position. Only one out on the board now, and SWOSU gives Fisher an excellent chance. I mean, he's got the highest batting average in the lineup today.
Couple good pitches here from Torini. Got Fisher down in the count here, 2-0.
Also a chance here for SWOSU to sink the Tigers. I mean, if you can get to both of these runs in, it's a much bigger hole to climb out of if you're Torini and his defense.
An update from Weatherford. The Lady Tigers scored 2 in the top of the 6th to tie the game at 5. So they have a chance to win that one in the 7th. And Torini doing what he needs to do here at Rab Rogers Field as he gets the strikeout there of Keaton Fisher.
And Fisher, I mean, he comes into that hole, batting .411 on the season. That's the highest in the lineup today. And Torini just sends him back to the dugout in a great play for him.
That one barreled up into center field. Cesar will take care of it. So 2 runners left on for Southwestern. But a pop fly will end the inning from Jose Mendoza. We are headed to the bottom of the 8th right after this.
Owned by Ouachita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
I've heard people say Ouachita. Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Back on the mound for an 8th inning of work is Josh Dolich.
And Dolich right now, he's not allowed a single run since the 3rd inning. I mean, SWOSU, they've got pitchers warming up in the bullpen, but if Dolich stays out there and keeps this one scoreless, I'd be content to leave those pitchers for the 2nd one today. But either way, we'll see how that kind of happens here as we've got the 9-hole stepping up.
Reagan Yeager leads things off, Kaufman, Texas native. Ouachita still trails by 1, 5-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. One the count here. 2-1 the count. Two one here to Yeager. And hitters count now. A walk to start off the inning here for Ouachita. And that's exactly what you need if you're Ouachita. Runners on base as you flip this lineup back over to the freshman, Ashton Ibarra. As we will have a mound visit here from Southwestern. You look at Dolich, and Dolich, 7 2/3 is his longest appearance, which came just 8 days ago against Southeastern Oklahoma. So back-to-back weekends where Dolich has really been the workhorse for this Bulldog team. Multiple games with 7 innings, and we are going to have a pitching change. That's all she will write for Josh Dolich. Dolich, 14 hits off 4 runs, 9 hits for the Tigers, or for the Bulldogs. And that will do it for Josh Dolich. We will introduce the new pitcher right after this break on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Keegan Baker on the bump for the Bulldogs now, the 6 foot 215-pound junior from Hera, Oklahoma. Look at his statistics. 3 1/3 is the longest he has gone, and that was just 3 days ago against Oklahoma School of Science and Arts. Have to see what he offers here. He does inherit a runner at first base, and Reagan Yeager, due to the walk issued from Josh Dolich. So Ashton Ibarra steps in.
Now batting right fielder, Ashton Ibarra.
You know, Dalton, one thing they don't tell you about being in the box up here that you forget about when you're not here for a while is, you know, it might be hot outside, but it's never as hot as it is in the box up here. They all conditions are just made more and made more intense when there's no air flowing, and that's exactly where we are right now.
Baker, a transfer from Northern Oklahoma College and Tonkawa, Oklahoma.
And I guess as soon as I step away, you see SWOSU changing pitchers, making me eat my words on Dolich.
Ibarra, beautiful place ball towards the shortstop. And Mendoza not able to get over to that one. So back-to-back plays that lead to base runners for Ouachita. A walk issued to Yeager, now a base hit there from Ibarra. So Reese McWilliams, he had a big RBI in the Henderson game in the first half of that one. McWilliams squares around a bunt.
And right there, SWOSU coming away with a lucky break there. The umpire calls it just as the throw is made to third. If that one would have been called fair, then Ouachita would most likely have this game all tied up right now.
Yeah, the throw there, right as he called it foul, went errant to Meyer at third. Ouachita has had success at the plate today. 15 hits, 15 of 33, batting .455 as a team, but 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position, as we've got another runner in scoring position opportunity here for Reese McWilliams.
And Ouachita, they've found guys on base in these past few innings, but it's just been for them the inability to get them home. And so the thing here is, with no outs on the board, Ouachita more than ever needs to look to try to put something in play and get guys across that plate.
McWilliams unsuccessful on the bunt attempt there. McWilliams does have a single in today's game in the fourth inning, where Ouachita scored 1 run, excuse me. And a wave and a miss there on the high heat from Baker will sit McWilliams down.
And a tough break there for McWilliams, but luckily for Ouachita, it is towards the top of the lineup, and they've still got 2 outs to go, so plenty of breathing room. Obviously, though, as a commentator, and what I've kind of relearned today is that you don't want to ever say what could happen.
Cesar will ground that one, and it's off the pitcher, and the speed of Cesar just absolutely torching down that first base line, and you see the play here. It's going to happen fast, so be ready, viewers. It deflects off the glove of Baker, and you see Cesar just coming up the line, waiting on the throw, and he is going to be safe right there. So Garrett Graham, an opportunity here with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Ouachita, they've been in this position before. Last time it happened, it was a double play. So we'll see here, just trying to see if they just don't hit it to one of those 2 players at shortstop or second base. Make sure that they prolong this inning.
Wave and a miss on the off speed there. Good pitch there from Baker.
In a position like this, I feel like it is always good to note that Graham, he's been in this position before. He's hit grand slams before. But I don't want to speak anything into existence, because as a commentator, I mean, they always teach you, don't say what's going to happen, say what could happen.
So Graham, a big RBI opportunity here with 1 out, and he will pop that one foul. You've got your 2 speediest guys on second and first. Cesar, arguably the fastest guy on this team. Ibarra, the freshman, with some speed on second. So a base hit would score 2. Depending on the placement of the base hit, would score 3 if it's down a foul line or something of that nature, as that one's fouled off. Count even now at 2-2.
At the very least, if you're Graham, the one thing you have to keep in mind is, if you're not going to hit this one out of the park, just prolong this inning, 1 more out, and get it to Joseph Boland. This dude has a cannon for a bat.
The 2-2, and that one is going to be popped right in front of home plate, and Yeager will be out at the plate, but bases are still loaded with 2 outs, and we have our final update from Weatherford, Oklahoma. The Tiger softball team takes the series on the road 6-5 They score 1 run in the top of the 7th inning.
And silver lining on that last play as well, you put you put one of your better runners in, it looks like Ibarra at third base. So with an errant pitch or anything like that, you have one of your speedier guys with the ability to move a little bit on that third base.
Big wave and a miss there from Bolin. Important here for Wortman to keep everything in front of him, like you mentioned, with Ibarra. Good lead over there down the third base side.
In a game like this one, it makes every single little advantage even more important, as this one has been just 1 score difference for 3 innings now. So like we mentioned, the Ibarra thing might just be a slight advantage, but it is just enough here if you're Ouachita and can take advantage of it.
That one's low and outside for ball 2. And you look at this, Isaac, and Ouachita's had 16 hits on today, but only 4 runs. You've got to execute with the runners on base, and this is a massive opportunity for the Tiger offense. Count even at 2-2 after that pitch from Keegan Baker.
And Dalton, this is why I said earlier, just about what I said earlier, 1 pitch can tell the difference in the game here. This pitch right here, quite possibly the most important one.
2-2 the count, and that's going to be outside. Run the count full. Baker thought it caught the outside corner.
In the words of my good friend Chase Hartzell here, I always love to quote him in full count opportunities, something's got to give here. 1 pitch can change the outcome of the game.
As that one's going to be grounded softly. It's going to be a hard play. The play over at first is going to be made. Charging from his shortstop position was Mendoza. Flips it over to McCrossin for the 2nd consecutive inning. Tigers lead them loaded. We're headed to the top of the 9th right after this.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
Reese Torini back on the mound for the Tigers here in the top of the 9th inning, and Ouachita trails by 1 as they look to limit this Southwestern lineup. 9-1-2 due up for the Bulldogs.
And right here, a very important stretch of 3 batters for SWOSU. Obviously, this game has been kind of going the same way for the past few innings now. But if you are Ouachita, this is SWOSU's last chance to put a few more runs on the board and give themselves a little bit bigger of a lead. So if you want to give yourself a chance in this final bottom half of the 9th, you have to play good defense here. You have to keep this team off the base path, but more importantly, off the home plate.
Clark 0 for 3 today. Couple ground outs and a strikeout. Big wave and a miss there for strike 1 that evens the count.
Torini just in need of 3 good at-bats to send his team with one final chance to tie or take the lead. Good opportunity here to start with some good momentum here in this top of the ninth.
2-2 the count here. And a wave and a miss. So that's the first out Ouachita needs.
Center fielder John.
And since, like we mentioned, that top of the fifth run, we've seen both defenses just humming in terms of being able to send batters home early or just being able to be smart in these base paths in terms of the way that SWOSU has kept Ouachita off the plate just somehow and with so many opportunities.
Quick delivery there from Torini.
And if this one does go in favor of the Bulldogs, you have to give them credit for the defense that they've played today. Only one more inning of it is needed to win this one. I got to call Dalton out just a little bit. This man is watching golf in the Masters while also watching baseball. I got to say one thing. I love the sport of baseball, but I think you've got the Snorefest double right here, and a baseball game that hasn't scored in 3 innings and golf.
Got to give a shout out to the Masters down at Augusta National this week. If you're looking for a score update, defending champ Rory McIlroy leads it under 7 through 6 holes.
Dalton, I think the Masters is okay not needing a shout out. I think everybody's watching it right now.
3-1 count here.
Third baseman Landon Meyer.
So you got a runner on base now here if you're SWOSU. The thing that's important for Ouachita is just about the most important thing when you've got a runner on first is you keep him there. So we'll see here.
Double play opportunity for Ouachita.
Got to find some momentum back if you're Torini. Right now you just walked a guy and thrown 2 straight balls here.
So 2-1 here. That's in there for just outside.
And right there, Torini he's just in the slightest bit of a slump here. You got to pull yourself out quickly before it starts to get out of hand.
Hitters count here to Landon Meyer. Check Spoto over there at first. Tag not in time. Spoto does have 13 stolen bases on the year. That one's fouled for strike 2. Count goes full.
Both of these strikes coming off foul balls for SWOSU, so Torini going to need to put one past the bat here.
Katara Wakui is on deck for the Bulldogs. And the 3-2's barreled up in to shallow left field. McWilliams backtracking, but Connor Hill comes on. Calls McWilliams off at the last second to make the play for the second out of the inning.
And right there, what I was saying earlier, if you're an outfielder, even though he's got to make up a lot of ground to get up there, you'd much rather run forward for the catch than have to backtrack backwards on your back heels.
So 2 outs here as Wakui steps up. Runner goes. The throw from Bolin is not in time. So 14th stolen base of the year for John Spoto.
Now this makes this one interesting because a hit into right field would surely send Spoto home.
Throw just a little bit late, as you saw there on replay. That ball is barreled up into right field, and that's down at the wall. And a collision there with Ashton Ibarra. That's going to be an RBI double, and Ibarra is still down in right field as he had a collision out there with the wall. And Luke Howard and the athletic training staff is headed that way. So that right there will send us to break. We'll be back with more Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
Back at the RAB, and you see Ashton Ibarra right there. We'll get the play as good as we can. He goes up right here, and the collision with the wall, and just ran out of space.
And right there, that's a situation where the warning track isn't going to help you much because, I mean, he was already in that area where he saw that the warning track was there, but also, I mean, trying to put his body on the line for the catch, just kind of lost it a little bit to his right. And unfortunately, not an exciting play or great play for Washita, because not only do you have one of your players get hurt, but you also relinquish another run. Now 2 runs in the hole for the Tigers.
Yeah, and you mentioned injuries, and Washita has dealt with a plethora of them this year. You saw Oberle get the start today, but he missed multiple starts, had an oblique injury. Garrett Graham, who we saw at bat in the last inning, had a hamstring injury. And then this first base position, we saw Bedwell play it last weekend, Graham playing it this week. David Bull was the starting first baseman, had surgery on his hand a couple weeks ago, going to miss the rest of the season. We mentioned Mendeville out due to concussion protocol, and then Bowman missed a weekend or 2 at the start of conference play. So, Isaac, you see a team that has battled so much adversity, injury after injury, some of those guys able to come back like Bowman and Graham. But good to see Ashton Ibarra back out there in right field, thanks to Washita athletic training staff.
And who says baseball isn't a contact sport?
It definitely is. It definitely is. You've seen, collisions with the wall. You always just fast, athletic. Unfortunately, there's going to be injuries, but good to see Ashton Ibarra back up and about. Now 2 outs here. SWOSU does have a 2-run lead, as that was ruled as a double. Spoto scored from second base. That's going to be a grounder to third. And the hesitation over to Graham will take care of Zach McCarwich. And that will do it for the top of the 9th. Tigers, they've got 3 outs to score 2 runs. 6, 7, 8 due up for Washita in the bottom of the 9th. We'll be back with those 3 batters right after this.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tea Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teatimegolfarkansas.com.
Southwestern needs 3 outs to secure the first game of this doubleheader in the first game of this Great American Conference Series. And we will see our second inning of Keegan Baker as he came on in relief in the 8th inning. For Ouachita, due up is Bedwell, Nichols, and Hill. Bedwell, senior, batting .278, 2 for 3 today. A couple RBIs, a double, flew out to center in his last at bat. Ouachita needs some offense here with only 3 outs left.
We'll see what the Tigers can do here. You know, you saw the earlier part of their lineup in the last inning, so they'll have to make do with the back half of their lineup. Bedwell, Shirley, with a strong bat, and plenty of these other players with the potential to send this game into extra innings or maybe finish it off here, but you've got to get something going, and also that has to be, you also have to make sure to look out for SWOSU's incredible defense today.
Bedwell will get a base hit to start this one off out to right field. So big base hit there for Ouachita as the tying run comes to the plate in Presley Nichols.
Now batting the DH, Presley Nichols.
Nichols, last time he was up here, we saw him put one out towards the wall and get 2 bases out of it. Tigers very much would like something like that as well, the same way here if they can get it. And Dalton, 17 hits in this game. The Tigers, they've found their bats. The issue is that they just have not found home plate. They've been able to get on base. It's just been a struggle to score those, and you've left a lot to be desired on base.
The last 2 innings, Ouachita's left 6 runners on base. Had 17 hits today, but only 4 runs to show for it on that runs column of the scoreboard. That one's outside for ball 2. Nichols, good plate discipline there as he's ahead in the count 2-1.
Activity in the SWOSU bullpen continuing. I mean, obviously, you have another game after this, but also if Baker can't finish this one off, you've got the opportunity to throw another guy in if you have the chance.
Ouachita 13 runners left on base today compared to the Bulldogs 7.
And that right there is just telling of the day that the Tigers have had in the base paths, just been unable to get more than 1 or 2 bases per hit.
0 for 3 with the bases loaded. They've got a runner on first right here. Nichols will take that one for strike 3 down in the zone for the first out of the 9th inning.
And that's a beautiful pitch that time by Baker. I mean, you just find the exact right spot in the zone that Nichols just can't get to, right on the inside on his legs. Now just 1 out, though. Connor Hill going to see what he can do with his first at-bat of the day.
Hill, a native of Rowlett, Texas, Rowlett High School. Ouachita batting .436 as a team today, as a big wave and a miss there from Hill. And it's not, the problem hasn't, like we mentioned, been getting people on base. It's been getting them from base back to home plate that the Tigers have struggled with today.
Connor Hill on the season, he's got 8 RBIs. He's a guy that can put bat to ball, but right here just looking to get a player in a scoring position.
He'll foul that one back.
Got to check on those pitch speed counters right there as the ball went right into the net and into those.
4 of 5 today.
And just the right time to turn the lineup over to. You've got the game-tying run on first base, and now that's going to prompt a pitcher's meeting. But Dalton here, I'm interested to see what Ibarra can do. He's had a day where he's been able to find himself on base, but the crucial part of this day is not going to, the crucial part of this at bat for him is not going to be getting on base. It's going to be seeing if he can make sure no one else gets out. You're playing with every single movement being important here.
Ibarra, like I mentioned, 4 of 5 today.
Now batting for the Tigers, right fielder Ashton Ibarra.
His only bad plate appearance was in the 4th inning, struck out there, but singles across the board for Ibarra. Scored in the 1st inning. Advanced to 3rd in the 6th and the 8th inning. Big at bat here for Ibarra as he will pop that one up. We'll have to see if it gets down. Closing in center field and caught there from John Spoto. And that will do the first game of the doubleheader.
This one right here is going to prompt Ouachita to need a win in this second game today. You have to win this series if you want to maintain a good placing in the GAC. This now moves them to 11-14 in conference play. So Dalton, if going into this second 7-inning game, it makes it just ever so more important before you head off to Alva next weekend. But Dalton, it's been fun being on the mic with you today, and hope I can stay on for a little bit longer if you'll let me.
Oh, for sure, Isaac. And 4 runs in the 4th inning is what separated the Bulldogs from the Tigers, as we will also have the second game of this doubleheader here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. But the first one favors the Bulldogs. We will be back here shortly with the second game of this doubleheader. My name is Dalton Reedon, and I've been alongside Isaac Bourne for this one. And we will see you shortly here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Barnett, ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.